If you're wondering if medical school is for you, then this video is for you. So keep on watching. Thank you for tuning in and for supporting me all this while. In this video, I just wanted to continue my medical school series. If you're wondering if medical school is for you, then this video is for you. Number one thing to think about, please do not go to medical school if you are just going because you're being pressured by your family members.
Go to school.
Or your peers. Say a lot of your family members are in medicine or in the healthcare field and they're just pressurizing you to go to medical school. Please do not go to medical school if you're just going to please other people, because medical school is tough, and if that's your only reason for going there, it's gonna be really hard for you to go through and come out successful and work as a doctor, because medical school on its own is difficult, but being a physician is on another level. And that goes the same for peer pressure. Don't go to medical school, please, if you're just going because your other friends are going to medical school. Again, it takes a different kind of person to go through medical school and work as a physician. So please don't go there just because your friends are going. Okay, I'm just gonna go and I got admitted into medical school. Another reason too, a lot of people just think about the money that, or the perceived average yearly income that physicians make. Yes, they do make money after your residency training, but have you thought about how much loans they take out? I'm gonna try to do a video about I'm thinking of a video of how to pay for medical school, and we're gonna go over how much it takes to go through medical school, especially in the US. I know back in my home country it was very inexpensive, but if you're going to medical school in the US, it's so expensive. So think about that. It's not just, yes, you're gonna make the money after that, but especially if you're not going in for the right reasons, you're going to make that money, but then paying back now is going to be even harder, because you were just going in thinking you're going to make all this money, but forgetting that you have to take out all the loans.
What?
Don't go to medical school if you are not very hardworking and resilient. If you're the type who likes to stay at home doing nothing, please, medical school is not for you. And even being a physician, because it is a lot of work. It is a lifelong learning. I'm telling you, the number of hours that medical students have to put in to study, it's just insane. When I was in medical school, I believe my second year, that was, students would go to school in the morning, like 6 a.m. and be back at midnight. I don't know how they did it, but they did do it. It takes many hours to study and understand the millions of concepts that we have to understand. So it requires a lot of hard work and resilience. Many medical schools, I think I was just looking at Google before I created this video, and I saw that about 15 to 18% of medical students, I want to think that it's actually more, because I know a lot of students in my school did drop out, but a ton of medical students dropped out because, one, they went in maybe for the wrong reason, but also because it was just too hard and they could not keep up with. So you really have to be hardworking and resilient. Medical school or being a physician requires a lot of work. You have to know a ton of information, and you make a lot of sacrifices, like so many sacrifices. People miss out on family activities. You do have vacation time, but sometimes you just want to stay home and chill, because that's really the only time that you have off. So it requires a lot of sacrifices, a lot of sacrifices. So if you're not someone that's willing to give up all those family times, hanging out with your family, or just chilling at home on the weekends, maybe this is something that you should really consider if you're thinking to go to medical school and becoming a physician, because it requires so much of you. In addition, don't go into medical school because you think you're smart. Everybody who goes to school is smart in their own way. I don't care if they're doing whatever they're doing. As long as you're in school, you're smart in your own way. So that said, everybody in medical school or whatever school is smart. So that should not be a reason why you want to go to medical school. So if that's what is pushing you into medical school, then maybe you should take a step back and reconsider, or again reassess yourself, see if this is really something that you want to do, because it takes more than just being smart to succeed in medical school and also become a physician. You should be someone who is passionate about helping people, passionate about the field of medicine, because like I've said earlier, it takes a lot of sacrifice to go through 4 years of college, 4 years of medical school, residency, and maybe fellowship if you choose to go that route. So you should have that passion for what you're doing, else you're just gonna burn out and probably leave. I know now it's very common. A lot of doctors are leaving now. I was on Google and found that about 55%, I think it was, of doctors have considered leaving. Just think about it. That's more than half of the physicians out there. We already have a shortage in physicians. So can you imagine 55% of people who are considering leaving? That's just because there's a lot. It's a high stress environment, and if you are not passionate and, like I said earlier, resilient, you really am gonna struggle through this.
I quit.
Last but not the least, very important to love to interact with people, to love to help people, to love to talk to people, listen to people, to be empathetic. Those characteristics are very important. You have to work with people on a day-to-day basis. Even if you're doing telemedicine, you're going to have to talk to people. Even if you are planning on working in pharmaceuticals, you're going to have to be attending meetings with people. So somewhere, somehow, you're going to have to interact with people. And if you're someone who doesn't like to talk about people, or who struggles with that and is not willing to improve on that, so maybe this is not the field for you, because you're going to have to deal with people, and sometimes under very stressful conditions, and sometimes not the best behaved people who may be very rude. Again, you have to understand that they are at probably the lowest points in their life. They are sick, they're anxious, so they're not always at their best behavior. So you have to be able to deal with that, and if that's not something that you want to put up with, then maybe this is not for you. So yeah, those were some of the things that I thought you should think about when you're thinking if medical school or becoming a physician is for you. So thank you again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Please help my channel grow. Thank you, and until next time, bye bye.